Police at the time said there was a manifesto. Now, almost a month later, the FBI won't release it. Congressman Tim Burchett of Tennessee would very much like to see the manifesto and understand the writings of the person who killed people in his state. And I'm wondering, do you think it's a coincidence that this hasn't been released yet, sir?
No, I don't, Leland, and thank you so much for allowing me to be on your show tonight. I've been critical of the FBI in the past, and I am in this position. Federal Bureau of Investigation, they become the Federal Bureau of Influencers. They're saying they're afraid that it would, that it would show the trans community in a negative light, and then that people would take out violence against them. That's just a bunch of garbage. This is more of this woke stuff that is just, filtered down or up, as the case may be, in the leadership at the FBI. I'll give you a case in point. Do you remember a few years back there was a shooting on a baseball field? A bunch of Republicans were shot up. Congressman Steve Scalise, my dear friend, almost lost his life, and several other of my friends were shot. It was before I was in Congress. We had to literally—
I was there, so I remember it well.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So we had to go after the FBI to release that. They would not release the fact. They would not say that it was a domestic terrorist situation. They kept saying it was an isolated event, whatever. No, it was a left-wing leaning Democrat, obviously, who had a list that said basically it was a Republican hit list. I can't remember the exact title of it. You can Google it, I'm sure. But the reality is they did not want to state that to the public because of the left wing's infiltration of the FBI. And now you're just seeing a manifestation of that. They won't release this manifesto. And if they ever do, it'll be so full of holes, it'll look like a piece of Swiss cheese. When did
actions? Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. We had Rich McHugh make some phone calls on this. And he, called the FBI, referred us to Nashville Police. Nashville Police referred us to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, then referred us to the FBI in this circle of people who don't want to release something written by somebody who is dead that would shed light on what their motives are. And I think what's very telling, right, is just when you listen to their own words. So what we're going to play is the Nashville police chief, the day of the shooting, who he was clearly emotional and clearly just telling us what was. Then the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation about 14 days later. Take a listen to the two clips.
We have a manifesto. We have some writings that we're going over that pertain to this day, the actual incident. We have a map drawn out of how this was all going to take place.
It's been characterized as a manifesto. I think that's a mischaracterization, personally. When you talk about manifesto, you talk about something similar to like the Unabomber left behind, ideological expressions. That none of that has surfaced in these writings.
Somebody's lying. I don't know who. Which one?
Well, Metro Police were going to, they released those horrific tapes, those body camera tapes, which they should, because I wanted people to see. I didn't want any question, doubt the bravery of those brave men that went in there and shot that lady. They released them immediately. I believe it was up to the folks from Tennessee, they would be released. I suspect the FBI is in complete control of this, and they are the ones that are holding it back. I can't imagine anybody in Tennessee for any reason.
What I'm interested in, though, is that why hasn't it leaked, you think? And if it really is as sort of meaningful politically as you've made it out to be, and I think as a lot of people believe it is, just because of the fact pattern, that it would tell this tale that is completely counter-narrative, I just can't figure out why it hasn't leaked.
I think because the left wing is the trans community is a protected class. That's what they've done. It's not white folks, it's not black folks, it's not anybody else. It's the trans community, and that has kind of been the rallying cry of everybody. I mean, yesterday on the House floor, we had a bill that said that boys could not compete as girls when they dress up as boys, basically. And every single Democrat voted against it. There just seems to be this movement to make the trans community a protected class, and I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. It's just far left leanings. It's indoctrination. It's all those things. But here we are seeing it through our FBI, and to me, it's a disgrace, and it doesn't need to happen. We need to get it out there.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.